Steel versus graphite.
Which one's better for you?
All right, Trent, so today we had you swing 6 different shafts, 2 steel, 4 graphite.
Correct.
Because, well, we've kind of been both trying to find a graphite shaft for our irons for a while. What is the benefits of graphite?
The benefits of graphite are going to be more shock absorption. In some instances, if you get the right one, maybe faster clubhead speed, maybe faster ball speed, longer carry, more height. It kind of depends. Better spin rate.
Just a better overall.
It can be, again, but it's just like finding the right shaft. I mean, if you find the right one, whether it be steel or graphite, your numbers can change, and that's what we're going to find out if they do.
Yeah, I've been trying to find one for shock absorbent reasons because elbows hurt over time, and AJ has the same problem. So he's testing his own.
I have the same problem as well.
Yeah, it's a common thing, I guess, with us. Correct. But we had you hit 2 steel, 4 graphite. We started with, let's just lay them all out here. We did the steel fiber, popular one, Axiom, the KBS TGI 110, and the MMT in graphite. And for steel, we did the popular DG 105S and the Money Taper 120S.
That's correct.
And you currently play the Money Tapers.
I currently play Money Taper.
Cool. Now, which one out of this would you recommend for yourself?
Looking at numbers?
Yes.
I think it's a landside for me.
Yeah, the nice red one?
Yeah. The TGI 110, which is a graphite.
Now, you recently fell in love with this little shaft.
I did. So I started testing, and by the way, all these were in the same golf club. They were in Apex CB. So same golf club. We chose the Apex CB, 1, just because of the look, 2, because I had shafts available and all to be able to try it. So it was the easiest comparison analysis to do it. So I recently started testing this. Oh man. When am I getting these? What?
When you put these in your iron.
It's the off season, I should put them in. And I tested some different weights, and this one actually, KBS would rate this as extra stiff.
Really?
I don't necessarily think I swing fast enough I know I don't swing fast enough for extra stiff, but I wouldn't necessarily put that in the equation. I would put it in, just test it and see what works best for the player. Yeah. And I mean, truth be told, I mean, I swung it the fastest, hit it the farthest.
Now we had varied weights.
Filled the best.
Yeah. We had varied weights in here just to kind of, you know, we had popular shafts. So like the steel fiber might have been actually too light for you.
Might have been, yeah.
Might have been a little boardy. That's why we kind of got a little
dispersion. It kind of had the worst
front
numbers.
To back, yeah. Axiom, which is a very popular shaft. AJ plays one in a 3-iron. You had pretty good numbers.
Decent
I
numbers.
would say.
Yeah.
Close second or third.
It felt really good.
Yeah. That's the one I want to try is the 120X. But I need to order one. But DG 105, in my opinion, it almost had the steel fiber problem where it was a little too light for you based on the profile, and you kind of got a little wonky.
Yeah, it's one that I've tried in the past. I mean, certainly, I've tried
plenty of shafts.
Plenty of shafts.
And then the KBS here, your Money Taper, I would say, very good dispersion overall. And then this MMT, very good dispersion overall. So those were kind of the two that I had third and second. What would you say is the third and second out of these?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, the Money Taper, it obviously feels very comfortable to me. The MMT felt heavy, but I swung it fast. I mean, it wasn't like it was slowing me down at all. It was the heaviest shaft I tried, but it definitely has a distinct feel difference than the TGI for me.
The one thing I like about this MMT is just that 0.6 standard deviation of carry. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was tight.
For 4 shafts, but
it was very tight.
Something we both noticed when the shaft switched, the sound of the golf club changed.
It did.
Which was very strange. I never thought that was a thing.
Honestly, I don't know that I've gone head to head like this before. I've had scenarios where I've tried different things, but I might hit 10 or 15 balls, not just 4 or 5. And I guess I wasn't really paying that close attention, but today I really was, and you could really tell a distinct difference going from graphite to steel. Even some of the graphites to some of the other graphites.
Yes.
They would feel and sound, well, definitely the feel difference, there was a big difference, but the sound difference in them were was kind of amazing.
Graphite did a little better than steel here. Why would you pick steel over graphite?
So steel is going to be more responsive.
Okay. Feel-wise?
Feel-wise.
Okay.
You're going to know if you mishit it. You're going to know if you hit it really pure. There's a little bit more weight to it. Even in that DG 105 that was light, that was the same weight as that Axiom that I tried, but it felt heavier, even though the weights were relatively the same. So there's a distinct heft to it, so to speak, in that steel. Again, not to say that steel or graphite is better. The biggest thing I learned from this is you got to try them. Because you could say, oh, well, I'm this clubhead speed, so I should fit into this. Well, maybe not necessarily. I mean, if you notice me speed-wise, my speeds all stayed relatively similar. The one I swung the slowest was actually the lightest one, which was kind of funny.
The one you swung the fastest was the one that you liked the best.
Correct. So, I mean, maybe that was inherent to knowing that I liked it and I went after a little bit
confidence boost.
Maybe. I just know that I've tested it and I know how much I love the feel of it. So maybe it let me unleash it a little bit more. I don't know. But I did notice, obviously, that was. But if you look at speeds, that money taper was the second slowest, and I love that one. It's in my current iron. So I wouldn't say that it had anything to do with just that. It was just, and I feel really comfortable with the money taper. You can kind of see that even though the speeds are similar, the ball speeds are certainly faster in the money taper than they were the steel fiber for me. But again, that's why the importance of fitting. That's why the importance of trying things. Don't just go by what your friend says or what you read. You got to test them. You got to see what works best for the play.
Correct. Would you say the money taper was the stiffest out of the bunch?
No.
Okay. Even though it was the heaviest steel version.
Even though it was the heaviest steel version, I like the feel of that money taper. It feels very uniform.
That's what I plan.
So when it seems to be a popular shaft for us.
Yes.
Yours is a little heavier than mine, but it feels very uniform. So it doesn't necessarily feel heavy to me. It just feels, again, feels normal.
Yeah. I only asked because the launch was 2 degrees more than the lightest.
Yeah.
Which was, I thought.
Could be. I mean, and it was the second highest behind that TGI. I mean, it was 115 feet. It had, the biggest deviation was the DG 105. Yeah. Which is on the lighter side. A deviation from a height perspective.
Correct.
So, I guess steel fiber, but I know steel fiber is very popular. Yeah. I know you like it. I've never.
I like it in the heavier weights, yes. But it's a more boardy shaft. Yeah, which is, I like. But I'd say for the average club head speed, the average player now, you could go either way and just find what's best.
That's what's nice about graphite nowadays. I mean, you can literally find, a little plug for the KBS, MMT does it as well. They have all the different weight profiles, steel fiber does as well. They have from all the way down to a 60 gram, all the way up to
125 constant weight.
Yeah, the steel fiber does, MMT does. The TGI goes up to 110, it's its heaviest, but it goes all the way down to a 60, plus it has the max version that's even lighter. So there's
a lot of good options.
There's a lot of good options, I guess is what I'm getting at. Yeah. So don't just look at it and go, oh, well, this is too heavy or this is too light. I mean, you can kind of dial yourself in, which is kind of nice.
Which is why you get fit.
Why you get fit, absolutely.
By this guy.
See what he did there?
Yeah, I did. A plug. Say shameless. Right. Okay. Well, I hope you guys found this video interesting. If you want to come out and try a lot of graphite shafts and steel shafts, we got boatloads. If you like the video, let us know. Any comments and questions, leave them downstairs in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks, everyone.